All right, welcome in and thanks for attending our Know Before You Go session. We will uh, be really excited to spend the next, I'd say about 10 to 15 minutes with you, just giving you a brief overview of our upcoming conference at the end of June in Columbus, Ohio. Before we get started, certainly want to go around and introduce our hosts of this session today. So I'll go first. Hi, everyone. Spencer Giese, Key Series Pronouncement Educational Program Manager at ACUHO-I. Thrilled to have you joining our hometown of ACUHO-I in Columbus, Ohio. I'll throw it over to my colleague, Megan.
Hello, Megan Bricker here. I am the Director of Membership Engagement, and I hope that you all stop by the Engagement Center, and I'll be talking more about that later.
Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Kim Hardaway. I am the Exhibits Committee's chair for this year with Campus Homewide, and I work currently at Western Carolina University in Coley, North Carolina. So good to talk to you today and explain a little bit more about the exhibit hall.
Outstanding. A little bit about our session today. This is being recorded. We'll be posting this on our YouTube channel following our session. So if you missed any parts of this or you've got colleagues that you'd like to share this with, you'll be able to find that on our ACUHO-I YouTube channel. This is a meeting style webinar. So you're able to be on camera, you're able to use the chat. Feel free to say hello and where you're joining us from today. Always nice to get the chat going that way. You can also send us direct messages in the chat if you've got a specific question you'd like answered. Uh, in the meantime, if you have any specific questions about maybe your registration, anything along those lines, you can send those to education@acuho-i.org, and we will get those answers to you. So thanks again for joining. All right, let's take a brief look at our overview. Today, we're going to talk about the numbers of what's happening at the conference, give you an overview of the convention center, our mobile app, some of the speakers that you can expect to see and hear from, some conference highlights, and connecting at the conference. So just an overview of our numbers so far for the conference, and this is as of today, hot off the presses. We've got 779 delegates registered for the conference. We've got 173 exhibitor booths, 241 program presenters, 16 major receptions, 23 sponsors, and 4 big stage sessions, our general sessions throughout our schedule at Campus Home Live. And we'll talk more about those later in our session. Let's take a look at where we're at in Columbus. So we are in downtown uh, Columbus, Ohio. We've got a few items highlighted on this map. You'll see the Greater Columbus Convention Center. That's where our conference is being held. You'll see points of interests G and I. G is the Hyatt Regency, and I is the Sonesta Suites. Those are our 2 conference hotels that we've got hotel blocks at. Uh, those blocks do need to, if you've not booked your hotel yet, please do that. Our blocks are closing in just a couple days. And then I've also highlighted beautiful Goodale Park just down the street. That is the site of our fun run. So on Sunday morning, we've got a fun run walk and roll 5K. We'll talk about it a bit later, but we'll be leaving from the Hyatt and journeying down the street to Goodale Park and taking a lap of Goodale Park and then returning, perhaps stopping at a coffee shop on our way back, just based on the time of day. Additionally, while you might not be able to see on the map, if you look, you'll see Nationwide Boulevard moving left to right on the bottom of the screen by our conference hotels. And just down the street past Huntington Park is the Columbus Crew Stadium, which is the site of our Sunday night's off-site event as well. We'll talk more about that Crew Major League Soccer match later in our session. To get you a bit more acclimated with the Greater Columbus Convention Center, we are blessed this year to have everything in really close quarters. You'll be able to see all of our program rooms, our general session space, registration, our exhibit hall, our engagement center, our local arrangements resources, the foundation, our ACUHO-I museum, our ACUHO-I bookstore, all in just one corridor of the convention center. So we are in what we call the A pods, the A rooms. Exhibit Hall A, Union Station Ballroom will be our general session space. really easy to navigate. Once you're there, you'll be able to see everything you need. Should be a really straightforward, easy to navigate conference. Some other items to point out. We'll be having an opening reception outside the ballroom on Saturday after our opening session Saturday evening. We also have our senior housing officer pathway sessions in the 120 and 121 rooms. Our affinity receptions will be held in the Hyatt Hotel on Monday evening, and our senior housing officer reception will also be held in the Hilton, just on the other side of the convention center on Monday evening as well. We encourage you to start planning out your Campus Home Live experience by taking a look at our full conference schedule, identifying education sessions that may be of interest to you, and considering any pre-conference sessions you might want to sign up to attend. Well, how do we do that? Take a look at our ACUHO-I events app. If you've not downloaded that already, I highly encourage you to grab your phone, scan a QR code, and find that space in the App Store where you can find the ACUHO-I events app and download it. You can also, of course, search by the term ACUHO-I events and find that as well. There is a password to access the app this year, and that is Welcome Home 25. So if you are having any difficulty, just know that there is a password to be able to join that. Once you're on there, you'll be able to update your picture, and you'll be able to see speakers, exhibitors, sponsors, connect with others at the conference, and use that scan QR code button for a game that we'll be talking about just a bit later in our session. You also have the ability to get push notifications so you can get conference communication throughout. I personally can't stand push notifications, but on this app for these 3 days, it's super valuable to be in the know. Again, we're not going to push notification you anything after the conference. So really it's just those 3 days where you can be up to date on what's happening, and then feel free to turn push notifications off, but it's a great resource while you're there. Our entire schedule, including locations, who the speakers are, descriptions of the sessions, they are all on the ACUHO-I event app for Campus Home Live 25. So take a look and start selecting. You're going to be able to click on sessions that you're interested in, put those on your personal schedule. I also highly advise using the filter function to try to find topic areas or keywords that you're looking for in sessions that you might be interested in. Next, I'm going to throw it over to Kim to talk about a little bit more about the exhibit hall.
I will have to unmute myself. Lord, I got excited. But anyway, so we're really excited to have you join us in an exhibit hall where you can meet some of our corporate sponsors and vendors. I know sometimes that could be a scary situation for folks to come in and thinking they can't talk with the exhibitors or sponsors and things like that. But please know that we want you to come in and browse and have fun and talk and engage with our exhibitors and sponsors that really make Campus Home Live come together. But with the schedule, on Sunday, we officially open up at 11 a.m. or 11:15, and that's also when we're going to have lunch with our exhibitors. So feel free to come in. There will be people there to check your badges and all that stuff. So please make sure that you wear your lanyards with your names on it, so that we know that you're a part of the conference and are coming in and everything like that for lunch. When we open up the exhibit hall as well, the game will begin at that point too. So just know the have your app downloaded so that you can start scanning in for the game, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Then also just know that we will have lunch with the exhibitors. So please just make sure you can grab your food, have a seat at some of the tables that'll be open up there. Please, I would encourage you to eat with the vendors and people that you may or may not know, mix and mingle, of course. But please, we set it up in general in the exhibit hall so that you do get that chance to be able to connect with some of the exhibitors and the sponsors and just enjoy yourselves while you're at the conference. Then on Monday, the exhibit hall will be open again from 10 to 1:30. So you can go around, visit different booths from our exhibitors and vendors, talk about your needs with your campus and things like that. And we'll have lunch again with the exhibitors that day from 11 to 1:30. So during the conference and things like that, the exhibit hall is open so that you can go in and out if you would like to in between sessions, or you just want to go back and have another conversation with one of the exhibitors that caught your eye. So please just make sure to do that. They're going to be in and out of the exhibit hall during their time here. And so please engage with them. Um, Again, I was talking about how maybe the exhibit hall could be very uncomfortable for folks because maybe you feel like, well, I'm just a hall director or a community advisor and I don't have buying power. Or maybe you feel like you're not in a position yet, like you're not a SHO, a senior housing officer that makes those purchasing decisions. It doesn't matter really what your title is and what function area you're in. The exhibitors, they want to talk to you. They want to get to know you, what your campus needs are. So don't be afraid to walk up to them and make those connections and have that conversation with them. They're really wanting to get to know who you are as an individual and also know how maybe they could be of service to you and your institution while you're there. And even if maybe let's say one of the exhibitors you already have um, connections with, maybe like with a room assignment software, things like that, and you're talking to another room assignments type of vendor. That's okay. Like you can go ahead and talk with them and things like that because you never know what your institutional needs may change. And maybe the vendor that you're currently working with may not be able to suit those needs anymore, and you want to talk to someone else. So just make sure that you're talking with those vendors, you're exchanging your contact information through the app with the exhibitor game. And that's the way that they can keep in touch with you and you to keep in touch with them as well. So please don't be afraid to mix and mingle, strike up conversations. A lot of our exhibitors have freebies as well. I know I love some good free merch. So you can never know what kind of ideas will come up for you, what some of the merch that the vendors and exhibitors have. So please take advantage of talking with them, mingling, and sharing your information with them. Because again, like I said, you never know when you might be able or you might need their services, or maybe a vendor that you're currently working with is not able to provide those opportunities for you and you need to look elsewhere. So just make sure to keep those connections alive and most importantly, have fun while you're there too. A lot of our vendors have that relationship with a lot of our attendees and things like that. And you may have seen them from your regional institute or, excuse me, your regional um, conferences and things like that. So please make your rounds. Go and say, hey, grab some free merch, eat some food with them and break bread and just have fun.
Thanks, Kim. Yeah, and I'll pass it back to you. We'll talk a little bit about the exhibitor game this year.
Oh, okay. Sure. So in the app that Spencer was talking about, the exhibitor game, basically what we want you to do is to go through and exert and explore the exhibit hall. But when you make your connections with the exhibitors, we want you to use the app to be able to scan the QR code that's associated with them so that you have their name and their email addresses. And then they will also be able to scan your profile and get your email address and name and all that stuff for it too. So what we have is like every time you check in and things like that, you'll get points for checking in with an exhibitor. It's 3 points when you visit the exhibitors in the hall and all that stuff. So just make sure to scan the QR code of the people. There may be more than one person at the booth, so feel free to go ahead and scan their information too if you want to get in touch with them. And then the exhibitors also can get points as well with the game. So what we do at the end of it as well on Monday, we will have a drawing. Basically, we try to incentivize the going out and meeting all the different vendors and things like that. And some of our vendors have donated some prizes and things like that that we will give away to our delegates. And so that's how you get entered in to win a prize from the exhibits committee. And so just make sure, like I said, you update your app, you update your email address, especially if you change institutions like I did. I just realized I need to update my app and just make sure that you have your email address there and your contact information. And then once you scan their the exhibitor's information badge, then you'll get their information as well.
Thanks, Kim. And I
Mhm.
can tell you, we've done this for a couple conferences so far, so we've ironed it out a bit. And I'll tell you, one, the prizes are outstanding typically and very exciting to get. And two, we found that it's really high quality interactions for both our exhibitors and our attendees. So, really looking forward to seeing you all on the leaderboard this year in the app as you connect with some of our exhibitors. So, uh, moving forward, I want to connect with y'all about some of our big stage speakers during our general sessions. Uh, so if you take a look at the screen, you can see some of our featured speakers. We have three general sessions with featured speakers. So we've got our opening session on Saturday will feature John Comerford, who's the president at Otterbein University, and that'll be a moderated conversation with Chandra Myrick from University of Tennessee, Knoxville. On Sunday, our general session will be highlighting Brian Alexander from Georgetown University. And back by popular demand, returning again this year, is Megan Gerhardt from Miami University. We had Megan at our conference last year, and it was outstanding, and we're bringing her back. Additionally, on Tuesday, we have our fourth general session, and that is our sprint session, where we have practitioners just like you who are coming up to tell their 6 minute stories on stage. It's super exciting, empowering, and I'm sure nerve-wracking to be up there with time slides and sharing a message with you all. So, and we love closing out our conference with those messages from our members. Additionally, we've got some off-site events that I would highlight the ability for you to still sign up for. On Sunday morning at the conference, we'll be having our Fun Run Walk and Roll 5K, and we'll be journeying again to Goodale Park. This is a picture of Goodale Park. You can have your picture there as the sun rises. This is judging by a sunrise about 5:30 a.m. this morning in Columbus. It'll look very similar to this while we're out there on a nice brisk walk or jog, probably a walk. Um, Also, this year we have a sleep-in opportunity. So if you'd like to be a part of the fun run, aka get the t-shirt, but not actually move, you can sign up for that. Today is the deadline to register for your sleep-in opportunity and still receive your fun run t-shirts. Sunday evening, we also have another opportunity on registration to add to your experience, and that is a Columbus Crew Major League Soccer match that'll be Sunday night. They'll be playing the Philadelphia Union, if I recall. Should be a hot rivalry and a beautiful, beautiful soccer stadium. So take advantage of that opportunity. Additionally, behind me, shameless plug, we've got another free opportunity. I've had a few of you mention you love free. Well, you can get your own very own Columbus Coffee Trail t-shirt if you visit four Columbus coffee establishments near the convention center. So our local arrangements committee table will have more information about the Columbus Coffee Trail, but essentially, if you go and check in at four local locations during your conference day, and then stop by the Experience Columbus office next to the hotel. You can grab your own t-shirt on your way out of town, another free swag item. So lots of fun opportunities to get out and about in Columbus. But let's talk about connecting with folks at the conference. And with that, I'll throw it over to Megan.
Hello. So, for any of you who have been here before, you may have heard the call of the prize wheel. That is where I'll be in the engagement center, which is in that area that Spencer said conveniently located the bookstore, the engagement center, foundation. We're going to be doing some really fun things in there. It's also a great time to meet with sometimes the committee chairs are there, any committee members, new members. It's a great place for networking. We will have our kindness corner. You can come in and get some different things to hand out the conference to people that you think, that you want to bolster up. We also will have our Pride area, so come by and check that out. And we also have the ribbons. So for those of you who like to go up and down with 25 ribbons, we've got them. Come on over and you can also get those. Let's see here. The other thing is that we are having a scavenger hunt that we have every year. This is different from the game in the expo. So I don't want to get those confused for you. The game in the expo is separate. However, during the scavenger hunt, you may meet an exhibitor for that. So come and sign up for that. We have great prizes, daily prizes, and an overall prize. And I think that is mostly it. You can see some excited people here spinning the prize wheel. Um, oh, and the other thing, and Spencer, if you are going to say this later, I apologize. This is our first time attendee session. So if you have anybody that you know that's a first time attendee, or maybe it's only their second time, that will be at 4:10 p.m. on Saturday. And check the app for that location. We will all walk up to the reception together after that. So you'll be among friends and good company. Can't wait to see everybody.
Standing. Thank you, Megan. Um, Other ways to continue to get involved with the conference, you'll probably continue to see some volunteer opportunities sent your way via email, including volunteering at the conference as a wayfinder or volunteering at the conference to serve as a program moderator. You'll see that sign up coming up in the next couple weeks. So as you're identifying sessions that you want to attend through the mobile app, you then have the opportunity to be signed up to be the moderator for that session. I am putting on the screen once again the ability to download the ACUHO-I Events app and that password to be able to access to it, Welcome Home 25. And with that, this concludes our formal programming about Campus Home Live and our Know Before You Go session. I'd be happy to answer any questions that might be out there. So feel free to type those in the chat, or you can even come off mute and share them verbally.
Can I mention something real quick that I forgot to?
Go for it.
All right. So y'all like I know I said that we want you to scan the virtual business cards in the app to be a part of the virtual game, but please be sure to bring some physical business cards as well, because our vendors do have at their booth sometimes they have drawings for their own prizes that they want to give away. So just make sure you bring plenty of business cards, and that's just not just for the exhibitor hall, but also as you're engaging with other folks throughout the conference, you can go ahead and exchange business cards or scan your app and or do the virtual business card thing. I know a lot of people are doing that too, but just make sure to bring some physical cards for the exhibitor hall for sure.
Great. Thanks, Kim.
Spencer, can you give us that app password again?
Sure. And it should be up on the screen right now as well. It is
Oh,
Welcome Home 25.
thank you.
All good. Great. Uh, well, with that being said, I'm going to end our recording. So thank you so much. Again, if you've got folks that might have missed this, you can refer them to our YouTube page to watch the recording. We're so glad you joined us today virtually, and we can't wait to see you in person in just a few weeks.